Hey guys, Mika here, and I'm bringing you this little beast right here of an instrument. This is a custom soprano size instrument from master luthier Manny Hallican of the island of Oahu on the west side here in Hawaii. And he builds his custom Pahu Kani instruments. And boy, let me tell you, this thing, if you were just sitting down with your eyes closed or your back was turned and someone started strumming this, you would not think it's coming from this small little guy right here, because this thing packs a punch and there's a lot of sound coming from this. Probably with the build, with the spruce, I'm not sure, but there's just a lot of good stuff coming from this instrument. So we have beautiful moon spruce, European moon spruce on the front of the instrument. And then on the sides and back, beautiful Hawaiian curly, very dark Hawaiian curly koa. And probably already off the bat, you're already noticing like, wow, where's the sound hole in the front? Where Manny put the took the sound hole from the front and put it here on the back, right here in this nice oval shape. And he also even has this side sound port on the bottom right here, the instrument, as well as on the top. And I mean top because the top is facing towards me and the bottom is facing towards the floor. So we have three sound ports coming from this instrument. So what makes this really interesting, and I'll get more into this when I talk about the sound of the instrument, is that when you eliminate the sound hole in the front of the instrument, that's usually where all the sound will spill out or project forward and you get this nice loud sound. So what's interesting is that when you have the sound ports on the sides and then you have it here on the back of the instrument, all the sound is now not projecting forward but kind of coming back towards me. But what makes it surprising is that it's still such a loud instrument and it's still finding a way to project forward. Again, I'll get into that in a few minutes, but it's just very fascinating how with this kind of setup, the kind of sound that you get, the unique sound. So again, nice Hawaiian curly koa on the sides and the back of the instrument, and it's paired really uniquely with this Korean binding. So it's almost like this charcoal graphite kind of binding, almost has like a sparkly, glittery kind of texture here on the side of the instrument or on the back of the instrument, and then as well as wrapping around the sides of the front of the instrument. And it's even wrapped around the fretboard, the binding of the fretboard here on the sides, as well as on the top of this nice slotted headstock. And it's even on the back end of the slotted headstock right there, paired nicely with these golden black gear tuners here. And as you can notice, this is a 5-string instrument. And what's really cool about the headstock, and it's something that Sean has pointed out to me, I didn't even notice it, such a subtle difference, is that usually headstocks is very uniform. Like if it's curled here, it's going to be curled here at the same spot. But here it's shorter and then here it's longer, so it's offset. It's just some of those little details that you might not realize it unless you're really staring at your instrument, and it's like, wow, that's pretty cool. And that allows, you have like this step formation with the tuners and the orientation. So you have 3 on this side and then 2 on this side. But I just thought that was such a cool little detail, having this side longer before it cuts out and then shorter when it cuts out. So really fascinating stuff. And then when we look at the fretboard, nice Keawe wood, kind of looks like snake wood, that nice orange brown color. And then we have ebony here as the bridge, and nice, beautiful gloss finish Hawaiian curly koa, very tight curl here on the neck itself. So very beautiful. So now going into the sound, this thing is super loud. I don't really have to dig into it too much, but I put a little force. It's still finding a way to project itself, even though there's not a sound hole in the front of the instrument. It's quite amazing. Whenever I play soprano-sized instruments, I'm always kind of keeping my expectations low in terms of the volume, in terms of like how, rich or the complexity of the sound, because when you have a small body, there's just not a lot of room for the sound to mature and bounce around and, get some good stuff going. But you not only get a nice warm sound, even though you have the spruce, thanks to the koa, you still get a nice warm resonance. But there's still all this sound waves. I'm not sure if the microphone's picking up. I might look silly doing this, but in the room that I'm in, you can hear the sound waves doing that. It's quite amazing that this soprano can pack such a punch. It's so loud, but not just loud to be loud, but loud and tonally sounds great. Nice and clean. It's quite phenomenal, really. Now this is, again, a 5-string instrument, so that extra string, because ukuleles are 4 strings, is coming here on the top G string. So not only do you have a high G, you have also have the low G string too. So for those of you who are indecisive about which G string is better, the high G or low G, you can just go ahead and combine both, the best of both worlds, and have both of them on this instrument. So with that, let's go ahead and run this for a sound sample. There we go. So as you can see, a nice fun little instrument to play around all the way on the higher parts and the lower parts. I mean, just it's really just fun to play around with this, and just so fascinated with how loud and how much tone is coming out of this small little guy right here. So now let's go ahead and strum a little here on this instrument. So here we go.